Welcome everybody, my name is Ian and I have the great pleasure of serving as the Executive Director of the Clarke Square Neighborhood Initiative. We're really happy to have you all here today. We want to thank you all for coming out to enjoy this and celebrate this component of the Cesar Chavez birthday celebration. Some of you I know were with us earlier at City Hall and got to enjoy cake. Don't worry, there's cake here again. There's also champurrado to warm you up a little bit and some refreshments for afterwards inside. We want to make sure that we welcome our guests here. This year we're able to do that as a business improvement district. The Cesar Chavez Drive Business Improvement District has a fully constituted board of directors. Yes. The namesake, of course, Cesar Chavez, the namesake of the drive here, gives the name to the Cesar Chavez Drive Business Improvement District. So I want to welcome two colleagues, Pablo Razo and Christopher Rash. Pablo from the Yoga Bonito store and also Razo Enterprises, and Chris works with the 16th Street Community Health Center. Voy a presentar a mis colegas, Chris del Centro de Salud de la 16 y también a Pablo Razo de Razo Enterprises y la tienda aquí de Yoga Bonito. Caballeros, si quieren dar bienvenida de parte de...
¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes a todos. Sí, se escucha, ¿verdad? Sí, señor. Ok, perfecto. Pues muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos esta tarde. Es un honor para mí estar aquí y darles la bienvenida. Principalmente en este día tan especial que una vez más tenemos el natalicio de esta persona tan emblemática para nuestra comunidad que es el señor César Chávez, ¿verdad? Y el segundo aniversario de la estatua, así es que es digna celebración. ¿Por qué no estar aquí reunidos? Y pues como él lo dijo, ¿no? Hay que estar unidos y seguir trabajando para que las cosas sigan adelante, seguir unidos Él logró muchas cosas sin ni siquiera derramar sangre y sin pelear, ¿verdad? Y es lo que hemos estado haciendo. Nuestra comunidad ha estado unida, ha estado trabajando juntos y hemos estado haciendo cosas juntos. Hay más por hacer, pero seguimos trabajando en esto y seguimos trabajando en nuestra comunidad para que sigamos creciendo todos juntos. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarnos, sean bienvenidos todos y vamos a seguir con la celebración. Muchísimas gracias.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Chris does the English.
Yeah, I do the English part. So my name is Chris Mambiraj. I'm the Director of Community Relations with the 16th Street Community Health Center, and it's my privilege to be here today with all of you as we honor the legacy of Cesar Chavez and what he stood for. So I'm a member of the Cesar Chavez Business Improvement District, or BID, and on behalf of the BID, we wanted to welcome everyone today. So we're standing in front of the sculpture that was installed in 2016, thanks to the hard work of many folks here. But I particularly wanted to mention the support of El Rey and their support, the Zilber Family Foundation, as well as the City of Milwaukee and the Neighborhood Improvement Corporation Development, with the NICD and Nantanel, for their generous support in helping make this statue happen, as well as the many individuals, families, and businesses on the drive and throughout the city that were contributed to making this statue happen and the sculpture happen. So thank you. As part of the Business Improvement District Board of Directors, I want to encourage everyone to visit the drive, to shop the drive, to dine at the drive, and enjoy the artwork as well that we have on the drive. So on behalf of 16th Street and the nearly 40,000 patients that we care for in Milwaukee, I wanted to thank you all for the honor of being part of this celebration, because Cesar Chavez's struggle to improve the life and the health of the community is also 16th Street's Community Health Center's struggle and mission. So in closing, I just wanted to say, let us remember that Cesar Chavez's work is not yet completed. Far too many in our community are working hard and long every day for wages that do not support their families. And the Latino community is especially hit hard by the low-wage economy that's really proliferated the economy and jobs. And so it's impacting everyone, but it's certainly impacting this community to a larger degree. So let's take today to honor Cesar Chavez and recommit ourselves to improving low wages. Let me repeat that. So let's take today to honor Cesar Chavez and recommit ourselves to improving wages for low-wage workers, as there's dignity in work, and our friends, our neighbors, our community, the residents of this community deserve the dignity in work and the dignity of fair pay for a hard day's work. So, si se puede, and thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. Gracias, caballeros. It's great to be able to work with wonderful colleagues that are on the board of directors of the Cesar Chavez Drive Business Improvement District, and all of the business operators and property owners here on the drive have recently gotten a lot of energy, and so we're really excited about the direction that the Business Improvement District is headed. Tenemos mucha emoción. Es bueno trabajar con caballeros como los miembros de la mesa directiva aquí del Distrito de Mejoramiento de Negocios, Cesar Chavez. Estamos esperando muchas cosas mejores en los días y los meses que vienen. We also want to take a minute to recognize the elected and appointed officials that are here. I know that Peggy Romo West, our county supervisor, is here. So Peggy, thank you for everything that you have done in the past and what you do to serve the community. We know that you had a lot to do with the renaming of Cesar Chavez Drive, and so we hope to continue to follow on your path and stand on your shoulders to be able to continue to do the work to build out the placita, to honor Cesar, to create the great public art that honors Marshall Vega as well, who I know was your partner in collaboration and pounding the pavement and making Cesar Chavez Drive Cesar Chavez Drive. So thank you so much for being here and for doing that work. Also want to say thank you to Vanessa for being here on behalf of Senator Baldwin. So we know that you're a busy lady, that you came from Waukesha, but we also know that you're representing Cesar Chavez and the Si Se Puede movement. So thank you for being here as well. Thank you to all of the friends and colleagues that are here. So the way that this is going to work, I'm going to ask Alderman Perez to say a few words of inspiration, but after he's done, what I'd like to do is to see if we can form a circle, and if anyone has a recollection of Cesar Chavez, if anyone has inspiration that they've taken from the United Farm Workers movement, from just the movement recently of justice and trying to find a better way for us to live as a society, I'd like everybody in the audience to feel free to share those words and to share that sentiment with one another. So we're going to be inspired, I know, when Alderman Perez has a chance to speak. The pressure's on. But we also want to be together and have an opportunity to share each other's inspiration. So without further ado, I'm going to step out of the way and ask Alderman Perez to say a few words to commemorate here in the community Cesar Chavez's birthday. So Alderman Perez.
Buenas tardes. Yo tengo el gran honor y orgullo de representar el Distrito 12 aquí en la ciudad de Milwaukee. Y estoy orgulloso porque el impacto que tiene la comunidad latina en este distrito, pero más importante en la ciudad de Milwaukee, que es positivo al desarrollo económico, es positivo en educación y es positivo para la imagen de la comunidad latina en Milwaukee. Y le doy las gracias a la familia Villerat y todos los empresarios, negocios que están en esta avenida que hacen a este distrito comercial tan importante de la ciudad y tanto que dan a nuestra comunidad. Estoy muy orgulloso de eso. Sabemos que César Chávez defendió el campesino y quería derechos para los trabajadores, pero sabemos que más importante, él quería desarrollo positivo en nuestras comunidades y quería las familias y todos que estén organizados para que siempre se defendan. Y eso es lo que queremos hoy, que seguimos tan organizados, involucrados en la política y más importante que estamos votando cada oportunidad que tenemos. So I just wanted to thank everyone for being here today. I am so proud and honored to represent this community, not only for the positive impact it has here, but in the city of Milwaukee. And we know how important the Latino community is to the city, to the region, and to the state of Wisconsin. And I especially wanted to thank the Villerat family for their investment, not only in the statue, what it represents, what it means to all of us, but all the businesses on the street. Because we know it's easy to start a business, but it's hard to maintain it, and it's hard to make it successful. And when the community starts a business, the entire family starts a business, and everyone gets involved. And I am so proud of the impact that the Cesar Chavez bid has not only in the city, but everywhere. And the people in this neighborhood feel the investment, they appreciate everyone who's here doing business every day. And we want to continue Cesar Chavez's legacy. We heard today from leaders, our kind of leaders, our forefathers who were here before us, that opened up the doors, who knew him personally, that talked about that he was not only dedicated to the farm worker and making sure that they were protected and they had rights and they were treated fairly, but he wanted to see all our communities develop. He wanted to see all of us organized and engaged. And we have a responsibility to do that. And if we're not talking to one another, and we're not holding each other accountable, and we're not organizing our commercial corridors, our neighborhoods, our block watches, working with our city departments, our elected officials, and most importantly, talking to one another, then we're not going to get very far. So we know we have a job to do, and it's not going to end today. It's not going to end at 6 o'clock when we have a resource fair down the street, La Luz del Mundo, or Saturday at the celebration. It's what we do every day in our lives, and I expect all of you to help all of us continue to move forward his legacy and our work making this community what it is and taking it to another level. So thank you. We look forward to sharing inside, and I want to thank Clarke Square and everyone who's done their part to organize today. Thank you so much, and Si Se Puede.
Gracias al concejal Municipal, Alderman Perez. We really appreciate your service, everything you do to bring us together, to challenge us also to move forward as a community and to be connected and to watch out for one another. I failed to also mention and introduce a couple of other colleagues from the Cesar Chávez Drive Business Improvement District Board. Nelson Lang is here from El Rey, the Secretary and Treasurer of the board. Will Gomez is also here from the Cesar Chavez Drive board. We appreciate your service, all of you gentlemen. So lean in a little bit, come in and be a little bit closer with us here. Let's share our inspiration. Yeah, together. I'm not afraid to. Let me start.